All right, good. Then it's up. So again, this is a first. It's unique. We, as Janine said, we wanted to have an opportunity to talk with our ALM members who, are our brothers and sisters, and we don't often get a chance to do that. And the COVID-19 crisis has made the Zoom platform extremely important for communications. We decided to extend that to our ALM members and give an overview of of what we do, and let them define some things that maybe we can to enhance the ALM experience, if you will. So these are the members of the National Membership Commission. Bob Bianchi is our National First Vice President. He is the advisor and the chair, and Dan Onofrio is the president of the Grand Lodge of Connecticut. And I'm Mark D'Annunzio. I'm a Sons of Italy Foundation trustee and actually orator for the Grand Lodge of Florida. I'm on this committee. And then you can see we have representatives from all across the country on the membership commission. Mary and Dan just kind of pipe in when you see something that I'm missing. All right, let me go forward. Now, there's been some question as to, you see Sons of Italy and you see Sons and Daughters of Italy. What's the genesis of that? In 2017, after a long process, the Supreme Lodge voted at the convention to make really Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America is an official alternate name. So both Sons of Italy and Sons and Daughters of Italy are correct. And some Grand Lodges have chosen to maintain Sons of Italy in their name, and others have changed it. I think most things coming out of the national office are Sons and Daughters of Italy in America. And we wanted to show our inclusion, and we've always included women in the organization, but it wasn't recognized by the outside. And this is just a means to show potential members, female, that we are both sons and daughters, and 50% of our membership is female. So, and the president of the National Sons and Daughters of Italy is Nancy Di Fiore Quinn. So it's a female. So we just don't talk about including them. They are included at the highest levels, as is apparent by our leadership. So a little background, many of you may know this, established in 1905 by Vincenzo Solaro. Right now there's 330,000 regular members across 350 lodges nationally, Grand Lodges in 16 states. And recently we have a subordinate lodge in Rome, Italy. That's a real uplifting event, and even was able to get them chartered before this COVID hit. And approximately 1,000 at-large members. So you are a growing force. So that's why we wanted to reach out to you. Mary, comments? What am I?
I think you're doing great, covering it all.
Okay, Dan, are you hearing us?
I am, Mark. Sorry, I'm multitasking. That's why you don't see my video, but I'll be on shortly.
Okay, fine. All right. Just wanted to make sure that you had ample opportunity.
Thank you.
It's organized under a Supreme Lodge, which is the main membership. And then we have two 501c3 arms, Commission for Social Justice, which has become very important recently, and that's the anti-defamation arm. And we are campaigning for continued recognition of Columbus Day and advocating for Columbus statues. And that's been a real hot issue lately. And you may have seen the post. We have a post on our website for donate to the CSJ to repair and replace these statues that are being taken down. So if you go onto the osi.org, that's a prominent slide on the front page to defend our heritage. And
should also be a few posts within the ALM group as well. So those are, if you want to share them, you can just right click, save it as a picture, or copy it as a picture, and then send it over.
Okay, thank you, Mary. And then
You're welcome.
next is the Sons of Italy Foundation, which is another, it's a 501c3 charitable arm and funds scholarships and disaster relief and national charities. So that's how it's organized. It's really under the Supreme Lodge and then the two arms, the charitable arms. So the national framework is governed by a national elected Supreme Council, really the board of directors, the two subsidiary 501c3s we've talked about, and the national headquarters operates and supports all three of the organizations. And tonight, again, represented by Justin Smith, who's the managing director at the national office. So then under that tier of national is the state, 16 Grand Lodges, and they work kind of the same way. They elected officials, and some of the Grand Lodges are big enough to have executive directors. I know that Janine in Massachusetts, they have an executive director. New York has an executive director, and I think they also in California have an executive director for those large operations where there's 6,000 and 5,000 members in a state. You really need somebody to manage all that. And then locally, 350 what we call filial lodges that are throughout the United States. And where there are filial lodges are in states where there's a Grand Lodge, and what we call subordinate lodges are in states that don't have a Grand Lodge. So we have in a number of states, Arizona has 4 subordinate lodges, and there are subordinate lodges in Indiana, Texas, Wyoming, and again, in states that don't have enough members to have a Grand Lodge. And for a Grand Lodge to be in existence, you need 400 plus members in a state. Okay. And the mission, you can read that. Encourage study of Italian language and culture in schools, preserve Italian culture, tradition, heritage, and history, and promote closer relations with Italy. And I think that having a subordinate lodge in Rome, Italy has gone a long way to support those relations in Italy. It's a direct connection. And the president of that lodge is named Carmelo Catulli, and I think you see many of the posts from him in Facebook.
He was also on our OSDIA interviews live a couple weeks ago.
Okay. Here's the charities that we support, and these numbers were for the 2016 to 2017. Many times we gave the money at the biennial convention, so it was 2 years worth of collections that we give to these various charities and support. And the disaster relief that we did recently, $200,000 to the Andrea Bocelli Foundation for rebuilding a school over in that earthquake ravaged region in Italy. So that's our most recent. And we've collected some funds for the Venice project. And the foundation is best known for not only that, but scholarships. There's a National Education and Leadership Gala in Washington every year, but not this year because of the COVID. We still awarded 10 scholarships to deserving Italian-American students ranging from $5,000 to $20,000. So those scholarships, even though we didn't have the gala where we recognize not only the scholarship winners, but leaders of the Italian-American community who are in business and education and philanthropy, they're honored at that gala. Generally, it's in May, and it's emceed by Joe Mantegna, who's, again, also was a guest on our interview live series. And here are all the social media sites that we have. And the Circle is the most important if you want to get to the homepage, osia.org. And that's kind of where it all happens out of there, what's going on. But we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. YouTube channel is interesting because many of the videos that we do for the live interview series and some of the webinars and whatnot, they end up there so that they can be viewed at a later date. And I'm sure that this video will also be going to that YouTube channel, LinkedIn and Pinterest. So all of those are available for communication. Let's talk about ALM benefits. First, the Italian American Magazine is quarterly. That's produced by our editor, Miles, in the national office, and does a great job. Amazing quality to that magazine, and I think everybody will agree. When we do a survey, it's always the highest ranked of the benefits that people receive. It garners about 4.2 to 4.4 on a 5 scale. So people really appreciate that magazine, and it's very well done. All of the ALM members have access to the members only section of Facebook, and you can, members only section on the osia.org website. So where you can go in and get the member benefits. And you are eligible to be part of the closed group on OSDI Facebook page. You just have to put your request in, and then it's okayed by the administrator. And next, monthly Questo Mese newsletters. And because you're ALM members, most of the emails that we have for you guys are up to date and accurate, probably the most accurate group in our organization. So that makes communication by email and these newsletters very important, and that's your lifeline really to the organization. And as I said, we are available. Questions, you can contact me, and this, as I said, this presentation PowerPoint will probably be you'll be given access to this. Justin will put it out in case you missed it. Here's the recording of the Zoom meeting, and here's the PowerPoint presentation if you need to contact us.